Hello, growers. Say goodbye to heavy sandbags and hello to modern growers' quick hoops, low tunnels. Protect your plants from pests, wind, rain, and frost without the hassle of sandbags or flimsy hoops. Our patented design eliminates the need for clamps and ropes, while the unique wire system keeps covers secure yet easily accessible. Tested in the strong winds of New Zealand for over 20 years, quick hoops are light, strong, portable, and versatile. Most importantly, they're designed for field use. These aren't some lightweight system that only looks great in a greenhouse. Our hoops are designed to last in harsh field conditions. Use them with any covering to grow year-round and safeguard your crops. Shade cloth, frost blanket, insect net, clear poly, no problem. Quick hoops can handle them. Get quick hoops today at shop.moderngrower.co and protect your crops for years to come. The third strategy is know your numbers. Understand basic financial metrics about your business. Profit margins, cash flow, which you mentioned earlier, ROI on pieces of equipment. You have to review these things. Where is your money coming from? How much does it cost you to produce something? Are all customers equal? Are all products priced accordingly? Are all products worth growing? We talked a lot about that on the Urban Farmer back in 2015. And I still talk to farmers that have no clue of what their costs are. If you don't know how, I just don't get it because I don't know if you don't know how much something costs to produce, how do you price it?
I hear stories of growers, let's say at a farmer's market, for example, customer says, "Oh, that's expensive." And the grower will say, "That's what it costs us to produce it." I think that's a nice rebound or response. I'm really influenced by the work you did with Curtis, 2015 and 16. Every time I package a fast days to maturity crop compared to a long season crop, I'm always like, I can see that my margin, this is our context, but our margin is better on a fast growing crop being small scale than a long season crop. And we've worked hard on that space with a lot of the fast crops like the microgreen space. We know that we have become more efficient at that production and that haven't we haven't put our price up, Diego, and this is our 9th season. And we should have, but we've got more and more efficient at producing it, which has improved our bottom line. And this, just in the last season, we were like, it's time to have a price increase, but with a double recession, is this the right time? And we've just come through winter, and winter we have a lot of pressure on us. People don't have a home garden. There's not so much food around, and we have a lot of pressure on us to produce in winter. That bring in the conversation on the greenhouse there. So instead of doing a price increase, we altered the grams in our salads. We were 150 grams. We kept it at the same price, and we dropped it to 125 grams just on our two main items. And that was a 17% increase for us. Nobody noticed. And then just sticking with that one, years back, so it wasn't a price increase, but with the microgreens, for example, years back, we were $5.80 grams. Once we had a captured market for that, people are all over it. Yeah, it's a garnish at restaurant, but in retail space, it's about a quarter of our salad sales. People are buying the microgreens as a salad for their plate at home. Once we had selling 200 of these a week, this is before our new supermarket, we increased the size proportionately. So it wasn't a price increase, the volume. So we went from 80 grams, $5 to 110 grams, $6.50. And I'd have to do the math on that, but we improved our sales by 25% with no more customers. So we made these subtle changes rather than just every year up by 8%. And maybe we should be just putting our price up every year based on the economy and what do you call it? When the cost of living that goes up, your power goes up, your petrol goes up, whatever. We haven't done that, but we've got more efficient at producing the food and just made some subtle changes lately.
No, that's something you can only do if you have numbers to play around with. What do we do? Do we increase price? Do we reduce unit size? Effectively changing the price. That is the type of stuff where data matters. And it's so important. I'm constantly in spreadsheets for the things that we sell, looking at costs and can we change and where are our current UPS rates and all that. Because if not, I could be thinking, oh, something's so profitable. And then you run the numbers and you're like, oh, this isn't as good as I thought it was. Because there's other costs in business beyond the product production costs that you have to cover, pack or markets and infrastructure and all that type of stuff. So knowing these numbers, I think critically important. I think another thing that you hit on there was when you talk about adding microgreens to your salad mix, a lot of people could hear that and say, I'll just do that. Jodi does that. It makes sense. But it comes down to, does your market care? Does it work? Does the math work for you in Illinois outside Chicago, the same as it does for Jodi in New Zealand? Does it work in California as well? So it's running those numbers. Yes, that could be an amazing idea of what Jodi's doing. Or I talked to Jackie Hinchy from Australia, who's doing her really fancy salad, which has 20 different greens all mixed together in it. And she sells it for a premium. And somebody could hear that and just blindly do it and say it's amazing. But if you don't know your own cost to produce that, how do you know if it's important?
Hello, growers. If you enjoy podcasts like this one, tune into my podcast In Search of Soil on YouTube for a deep dive into the mysteries beneath our feet. Join me as I explore topics such as mycorrhizal fungi, mushrooms, compost, biochar, and more. It's a soil nerd's dream. We're going deep. We're talking to scientists about all things soil related. Whether you're a seasoned farmer or a gardener just starting out, our podcast has something for everyone. Listen in and grow with us. Check out In Search of Soil on YouTube.